In another video, I talk about how most organizations are designed so that communication flows down the chain of command. And unless you are deliberate about this, you're not going to get good upward communication. So we're going to talk about 3 ways that you can gather high quality upward communication. Let's unpack the details. Hello again, friends. Alex Lyon here, and this channel, Communication Coach, is here to help you increase your impact so you can lead all the people around you to higher levels of excellence. And I believe that communication and leadership are 2 sides of the same coin. If you want to become a better leader, you've got to work at your communication, especially how to gather good upward communication, because gathering upward communication is the key to making better decisions. You need good intel if you want your decisions to resonate with the people who have to follow through on them. One of the big problems that I talk about in my book, however, is that oftentimes when communication gets passed up the chain of command, it gets distorted. So at each level, the person passing information up tends to leave off negative information and emphasize anything that makes themselves look good. Even if they don't realize they're doing this, what ends up happening is by the time that message gets to you, the decision maker, it's way often no longer represents reality. So what you want to do is develop a process to make sure you get high quality intel or high quality upward communication that's not distorted. So the 3 tips we're going to talk about today do that. The first way to do this is through a very simple survey. And when I'm talking about simple, I'm saying like 1, 2, maybe 3 or 4 questions. A survey that you put out on a specific issue, and the results go directly to you. They don't need a lot of interpretation. What ends up happening a lot of times is academics or consultants like me get involved, and sometimes we ask surveys that are like 30, 40, 50 questions, and the results are overwhelming. They need a lot of interpretation. There's too much wiggle room for how you might understand what you're looking at. So if you ask a really simple survey, you get those results and you can take action on them immediately. There are many free services that you can use to do this, like SurveyMonkey online. If your organization's big enough, you might already have data that's online on something like glassdoor.com. You can take a look at that. But those are 2 simple ways that you can get a survey out, get information back really quickly. The second way is skip level meetings. When you skip 1 or more levels of your organization, you're getting information that's more pure. So maybe you're meeting with people one-to-one, or maybe you have a group of people meeting with you. You can ask them questions directly and draw them out a little bit, and then you're going to get pure information that hasn't been distorted at each level. Now this takes a little guts and it takes a little getting used to, but these skip level meetings are an invaluable source of high quality intel. You want to make better decisions, start skipping people in the middle. You're probably going to get pushback from some of the middle management folk who don't understand why they're not involved, but you have to work on this. It's really important to your leadership. And the third way is anytime you're meeting with your people one-to-one, let's say you supervise 6 or 7 or maybe 10 people directly, they report directly to you, you want to dedicate every so many meetings to upward communication only. So let's say you're meeting with everybody individually about once every couple of weeks, maybe every 3rd meeting or every 4th meeting. Dedicate that meeting entirely to asking them questions, draw them out. So you're mentoring them and you're helping them in those other meetings, but every 3rd or 4th meeting, hey, how are things going? What needs to be changed around here? How can I be a better leader? And like skip level meetings, this takes some guts, but the more you do it, the more you get used to it, and the more those lines of communication are open, and you're more likely to get higher quality intel that has not been distorted. So all these ways are just about free to do. They all just take a little bit of time, a little bit of attention, and a little bit of creativity in terms of drawing this information out. But those are 3 ways that you can establish dedicated channels for upward communication. Question of the day: what are your favorite ways to gather upward communication? I would love to hear your comments in that section below. So thanks, God bless, and I will see you in the next video.